Dear students, today I am going to teach you the new topic central government, or we can say union government. In other words, we can say that how Modi government is working. This topic will be taught by me today. Before starting this topic, I would like to explain you what what are difference between monarchical form of government and democratic form of government. India is democratic nation, you know this one, and democratic government is there. Democratic government means government will be elected by the common people. But before 1947, you know this one, India was the colony, and before this one, monarchical form of government was there in India. Like we can say when Ashoka was there, so monarchical form of government, or Akbar was there, or Iltutmish was there. So these government were monarchical form of government. So in monarchical form of government, legislative power, executive power, and judicial power vested in the hand of the single person, or that person will be known as monarch. He had enormous power. But I am teaching you democratic system, democratic government, central government. So in central government, we will discuss about parliament and executive also. Basically, Indian constitution separate the government into three branches. How many branches? Three branches. First one, legislature. Second one, executive. And third one, judiciary. What do you mean by legislature? Law making body. Legislature means law making body, means that body will make law for the nation. And what is executive? Executive is law implementing body, means which law will be made by legislature, executive will implement. And third branch I have just told, judiciary. So what is the work of judiciary? Judiciary will interpret and protect the law. What do you mean by this one? Interpret means explain, and protect means if legislative or executive will violate the constitution, then judiciary will be very active, and judiciary will protect the law. So in this lesson, I will not teach judiciary, I will teach only legislature and executive. So dear student, very small video I will release, that student will understand this topic. So first branch of the government I would like to teach you today, legislature. And I think all my words are very much familiar about parliament, and parliament is situated in Delhi, and parliamentarian will be sitting there, and our parliament is known as big house, and our parliament having two chamber, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And this, for two chamber, one keyword is there that will be used, bicameral. So there are two terms will be there, unicameral and bicameral. I am going to explain what is unicameral and what is bicameral. Unicameral means if any country having single chamber of legislature, means one house of legislature will be known as unicameral. And bicameral means two houses, two chambers of legislation. Like in India, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, there are two houses. In America, House of Representative and Senate, two houses. And in England, House of Lords, House of Commons. Okay, so these are example of bicameral legislature. And unicameral, So Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Israel, means these countries having unicameral, means one house of chamber, house or chamber that will make law, means single house of legislature will be there. So that system will be known as unicameral. But we have bicameral, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. One very very important information I would like to mention here. Total 190 one data is there. You can check from net also. I have taken from net. 190 total democratic system is available. Out of 190, 112 country having unicameral legislature and 78 country having bicameral legislature. Now, next topic I am going to teach you about parliament, means composition of the parliament, means which is the part of the parliament. So parliament composition, there are three parts. First one Lok Sabha, second one Rajya Sabha, and third one President of India. Means all three combine, then term will be used Lok Sabha. So Lok Sabha comprises three wings. First one Lok Sabha, parliament comprises three wings. First one Lok Sabha, second one Rajya Sabha, and third one President of India. Okay, now, so this is composition. Now question is there. We have parliament, and in our parliament two chamber bicameral legislature is there. It means Lok Sabha member, Rajya Sabha member. So first one I would like to teach you how Lok Sabha member will be elected. First, dear student, understand this one, and when you will understand this one, then you will be very much comfortable upcoming topic. First question is there. How Lok Sabha member will be elected? You know this one. Lok Sabha election will be held up each and every 5 years. Okay, and if any government has been set up and before completion of the term 5 years, if government is collapsed, then mid-term election will be held within the 5 years. So generally I am talking that election will be held for 5 years. Okay, and who will give the vote, who will cast their vote in the Lok Sabha election? Your answer will be there. All people of India who has completed 18 years of age, irrespective caste, color, creed. Meaning is there. If any person is there, male or female, who is Indian citizen, living in any part of the nation, but he has completed or she has completed 18 years age, so he will be very much permitted to cast his or her vote in Lok Sabha election. And Lok Sabha election, who will be participating, who will be giving the vote? Okay, so one term is there, universal adult franchise. What do you mean by this one? Universal adult franchise means if any person of India has completed 18 years of his age or her age, then he will be very much permitted to cast his or her vote. So universal adult franchise, I think you know. One more term is there, direct election or indirect election. So this is indirect election. Lok Sabha election is a direct election. Means people of India on the ground of universal adult franchise will participate in Lok Sabha election and they will cast their vote directly. Okay, so these terms I would like to explain that what is direct one, what is indirect one. Suppose your Mahen sir going to cast his vote in Lok Sabha election. So my vote I have given, so it is a direct election. But when I will teach you Rajya Sabha election, so on behalf of the respective people, member of legislative assembly will cast their vote. Means when Rajya Sabha election will be held, so people will not give vote Who will give vote? People's representative, like MLAs will cast their vote. Okay, so now last point of this lesson, then next day I'll explain other one. Qualification means who can participate in the election. First point is the qualification of the member of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Later I will start. First let me explain about Lok Sabha qualification. First qualification is there, must be Indian citizen. Means a person should be Indian, not Pakistani, not Afghanistani, not American, only Indian. First qualification will be there, must be Indian citizen. Second qualification is there, mentally sound. And third, without criminal record, means he is not a culprit. Okay. And last one, minimum age 25. Means suppose any person has completed 18 years of his age, so he will be very much permitted to participate in parliamentary election, and he can participate, he can contest the election. So dear student, today only this much, and next day I'll come with another video. Thank you.